It is the reigning 6A champion taking on the reigning 4A champion. Dusty Lister with you, so glad to have you along with us. You're looking at a chance to see the two best teams potentially in the state of Utah going out tonight, and probably the best player in the state, Emily Skinner out of Ridgeline, and a lot of Division I talent on the floor this evening. And my first chance to get to see this version of the Lone Peak Knights is Kaylee Woolston's in the building tonight, but obviously not suited up. The reigning Big 12 freshman of the week is in the building to watch her younger sister, Kennedy Woolston, Shawnee Nordstrom, Naya Tanuvasa, Sarah Bartholomew, and Kaylee Rich, the starting five tonight for head coach Nancy Warner. One of our absolute favorites, one of my favorite people that we deal with in the sports world here in the state of Utah. But it'll be a lot of fun to get a chance to see so much talent. Emily Skinner, number 5, she's a sophomore, an absolute star. She's been terrific. Elise Livingston, also one of the leaders on this Ridgeline team, who does have 5 offers. Her father, of course, her brother plays on the football team. Her dad is actually the offensive coordinator for Coach Travis Cox and the Ridgeline football team. This is going to be a lot of fun. Also on the floor to start this game, number 32, Brenly Weiss. Number 22, Macy Brown. And number 42, Ani Weiss.
It's the defending 4A state champion, Ridgeline Riverhawks, against your defending 6A state champion, Lone Peak Knights.
We're all set up and ready to go. Lone Peak and Ridgeline. 8 minutes, and we are underway. We'll start first with Ridgeline, the Riverhawks out of Cache Valley. Millville, to be exact. There's the southern part of Cache Valley, and they were broken off from Mountain Crest when the school was built. It's going right at Woolston. We could not get that one to go. It was Macy Brown. That one crawls off down the floor with Woolston and the Knights. As Kennedy hands off to Tanuvasa. Naya down the lane. Leaves it to Bartholomew. Baseline J is there. And Sarah Bartholomew gets the scoring started. Sarah got the big offer from BYU in the summer, committed. Of course, both the Brigham Young University and the University of Utah coaching staffs are in the building tonight. As here is Skinner. Oh, just narrows her way to the rim. Can't finish it. Ball tipped out, picked up by Tanuvasa. Naya sends it to the corner. Woolston off on the triple, and Skinner pulls down the rebound. Skinner crosses over Rich, gets past her, left hand to the rim. They were tied early on at 2 apiece. There's Shawnee Nordstrom. She committed to her next 4 years just a couple of weeks ago. Right before the season started. Good for Shawnee. 4-year starter, 3 years here at Lone Peak. Is Shawnee on the drive. Leaves it for Tanuvasa. Naya gets in the lane. Fall away, comes off the rim, and it's Skinner pulling down the rebound. Skinner pulls up for 3 and leaves a short rebound to Bartholomew. Outside of Tanuvasa, Naya goes baseline. Out to Sarah. Now Kennedy. 15 on the shot clock is Nordstrom straight away. Shawnee pulls for 3. Can't get it. Rebound Tanuvasa, fresh shot clock. Nordstrom steps inside the arc, lips out. Tanuvasa with another offensive rebound. Naya, 2-sport athlete, also on the soccer team here at Lone Peak. Is Shawnee leaves it for Rich at the free throw line, out to Tanuvasa. Tanuvasa made it partially deflected there by Macy Brown. On the run with Skinner. Skinner crossover back to the rim. Again, no call at the rim for Skinner. So 1 for 3 from the floor, all at the rim. Tanuvasa shuffled her feet. Turnover, and we'll go back to Ridgeline. course, we got 6 games going on tonight on the Rewind Sports Network. We had a 4 o'clock game, matter of fact, from the Tournament of Champions. We got 5 others happening right now. Dane is at Alta and Springville. We have a new commentator tonight, Michael Goodkind is up at Davis High School, Davis and Highland. Of course, Copper Hill's taking on Skyline. As Skinner terminates, sends that ball into the corner. This is Livingston on the drive. She gets the foul on Bartholomew, and it'll put Livingston at the line for 2 free throws. Always remind you that clock on the screen is unofficial. I'll do my best to get it updated. As Livingston knocks down the first. Talked about Livingston, her brother on the football team, her father the coach. Her older brother actually played safety at BYU. Was a GA this last year on the defensive side of the ball for Coach Kalani Satake. And she hits both free throws. And coming on the field or on the floor now is Hallie Smith. As Skinner will get a quick break. Inside of 4:40 left in the first quarter. Tanuvasa lobbed that inside to Bartholomew. Sarah has the only points thus far for Lone Peak, and a good defense there from Ane Wallace. Terminates, still looking. Brown finds the cutter, and Livingston extends the Ridgeline lead to 4 points. Katie Lawrence set to check in. Something we've not seen for a while here at the field house, and that is Lone Peak falling behind early. Drop it in. Tanuvasa faces up at Livingston, gets her inside, and Naya Tanuvasa kisses it off the window. There's Brown. Good defense from Tanuvasa. Hands off to Livingston. Shown with Bartholomew. Sarah up top. Playing with Hallie Smith. Now trying to take advantage of the side. Wallace gets that ball out to Brown. She shoveled her feet. Good job of showing on that by Woolston. She came out controlled to the corner. And the indecisiveness is a turnover. So Skinner will come back on. And we're going to have a foul on the floor, trying to come around her. So that'll be the first team foul on Ridgeline. And then, of course, we're going to remind you that the new rules, that team fouls reset at the end of every quarter. No longer is it 7 team fouls in a half. They'll reset every quarter. And you get 5, and it's double bonus free throws. The moment you get the penalty. No one-on-ones. Shawnee Nordstrom. Kind of lost where she was there. Bartholomew had the rebound for a moment. Slapped away and out of bounds. Nice effort from Hallie Smith, but she was out of bounds and will stay here with Lone Peak. 3:02 left. Hand to Tanuvasa. Naya. Nowhere through. Tried to step through. Did get there. Traveling violation. Wipe off the bucket. Too many steps on that move. And Kaylee Rich will come back on for Sarah Bartholomew. Lave Holdcraft checked in for Coach Nancy Warner. Of course, Lone Peak back-to-back state champs. Beat Fremont at BYU. That great game with Maggie Mendelson and Emma Calvert. Oh, and Rich read that one, took it away. Here comes Katie Lawrence. Lawrence on the drive, terminates, send it back out to Rich. Shawnee Nordstrom. Stagger screen, Nordstrom to the corner. Katie Lawrence doesn't get the 3 to go. Rebound to Holdcraft. And Holcraft turns it over. Livingston with the steal. Livingston, Euro, no. And nice job. We got the rebound there by Macy Brown. As we dip inside, a minute 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Shawnee Nordstrom comes off the screen of Rich, attacks, gets to the rim, and scores. And here's the precedent. They're not going to call any contact around the rim tonight. We talked about it, officials talk about it's blue to red. No contact allowed away from the hoop, and the closer you get to the hoop, they allow more, and they've allowed a lot at the rim tonight. Skinner on the drive, and Skinner, such a beautiful touch. And a lead back in the hands of the Riverhawks. Kaylee Rich hands back to Tanuvasa. Naya goes back into Rich, and Kaylee ties it up at 8. Inside of a minute left in the first quarter. We thought this one would be good. Skinner. Good defense from Rich. Ooh. The ball did get to the safe hands there at Hallie Smith. Outside Livingston. Goes at Shawnee Nordstrom. Livingston has to fall away. Good defense by Shawnee. Lawrence. Nordstrom sends that ball to the corner. Holdcraft for 3. Short. And a rebound in the hands of Hallie Smith. Hallie on the drive. Sends to the corner. Brown. Oh, short on the triple. And the rebound to Holdcraft. And it'll be a timeout taken by Nancy Warner with 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Full timeout. Yeah, full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.
Outfit.
11 seconds left in the first quarter. Nordstrom on the drive with 4. Hangs. Left it short. Oh, trying to be able to grab that. There's about 0.8 seconds left. They didn't put time back on the clock. They are not. So 0.3 catch and shoot only. And the Tanavasa wouldn't have mattered, and that'll do it for the first quarter. And at the end of one, it is Lone Peak 8, Ridgeline 8. And we got a good one on our hands. You are watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Start of the second quarter, Dusty Litster with you. Lone Peak and Ridgeline doing battle tonight. Stars are out in this one. Skinner has 4 points. Nordstrom had 2. Bartholomew had 2. Naya Tanuvasa has 4. Kennedy Wilson only took 1 shot in the quarter. And there's Kennedy on the first play of the second quarter. And when Kennedy Woolston gets going, it's a different team. Sister Kaylee in the stands. Clapping that one up. Got to feel different for Kaylee. 4-year starter here at Lone Peak to be in the field house and not be on the floor. Drop that ball inside to Skinner. Nice job. Nordstrom stayed with her. Sent out Livingston. Answers. Elise Livingston. 7 points. She and Skinner combining for the 11. Tanuvasa. Inside goes out to Nordstrom. Shawnee. Or Kennedy Wilson. Switches sides. This one just a little wide to the left and out of bounds. So down the floor, and the Riverhawks a chance to take the lead. Led 6-2 early on. There's Skinner. Gonna back things out. Come off the screen of Wallace. Skinner goes right at Bartholomew. No. That goes out of bounds off of Wallace. So over to Tanuvasa. Naya's got the whole side of the floor. Good defense. Nordstrom got loose, left it long. Shawnee just seems a little off tonight. Took it down the floor. Here's Skinner. Send that ball to the corner. 3 on the way. No. That was Sydney Zollinger. Tanuvasa on the drive. Naya kiss it off the glass, and Lone Peak takes a 13-11 lead. Naya Tanuvasa been a contributor since she was a freshman. On the drive, Skinner. Thought just for a second that ball might skip off the rim, but that would have been a shame had it. It was such a good take. Tied at 13. Naya had nowhere to go with that one. Out to Rich. Rich hands off to Shawnee. Couldn't pull the trigger on the 3 on the closeout from Skinner. Rich, Bartholomew out to Tanuvasa. Traveled. If you're going to take that little hop, you got to take it. So Katie Lawrence comes in for Kaylee Rich. And then coming in is Brindley Weiss for Zollinger. Skinner off the screen of Wallace. Step back, had no shot to 3. Hand off to Livingston. Livingston probing, had to send it over to Wallace. On a 7 on the shot clock. That ball thrown away. And it'll go back to Lone Peak. Nobody home. .435 on a running clock in the first half. Shawnee Nordstrom on the drive. Nordstrom had that one tipped away. Skinner ahead. It'll be Skinner to the rim. And it's 15-13 Ridgeline. Timeout taken by Ridgeline. 4:21 left in the half. Ridgeline leads 15-13. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on KSLSports.com. And welcome back into Lone Peak tonight Fieldhouse. Dusty Lidster with you. Welcome to December. I go back to December all the time. As Woolston inside, Kennedy floated up and score it. If you haven't seen Kennedy Woolston play, that girl is really good. We have a terrific class, and the girls who are sophomores. Drop it inside. Nice job setting it back out. The 3 won't go. Tanuvasa lets that one go out of bounds. Yeah, the sophomore class. I don't want to say the number, the graduating year, because that makes me feel really old. Almost as old as learning that the Salt Lake City could be getting the Olympics in 2034. I'll be too old. As Bartholomew turn around, no, and the rebound to Livingston. Now on the run. Smith cross court, Skinner. Transition 3. Little long, and the rebound to Tanuvasa. Kendi Woolston, lost the handle. Sends it back over to Tanuvasa. Nigh off the screen of Holdcraft. We'll come right back at it. 15 on the shot clock. Lawrence straight away for 3. Short. And rebound. Livingston saves it and does get to Allie Smith. Try to throw it off the Lone Peak Knight. Fortunate enough that Smith was standing there. Here comes Skinner. Skinner goes at Tony Vosek, cleared out. That right arm got away from her body. You don't like it, and I get it. If you're a Lone Peak fan, you're saying yes. If you're a Ridgeline fan, you're going, eh. But you did see her arm come away from her body on that one. And you're just going to ask, like, hey, we're going to see it the same way. We had fans earlier who were mad about contact around the rim, and we have not had calls on contact around the rim. 15 all, 2:35 left in the half. Nordstrom goes right at her. No. Here comes Skinner. Outside Livingston, got the switch of Bartholomew. Smith with Woolston. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds. Skinner without the ball goes at the rim. Oh, can't get it. Had the rebound for a moment, out of bounds off of Lone Peak. It'll stay with Ridgeline as Ane Wallace will come back on for the Riverhawks. Kaylee Rich comes on for Naya. Skinner to trigger in. Haley gets it into Wallace. Ane out to Livingston at a fresh shot clock. Straight away for Livingston off the right. And rebound to Shawnee Nordstrom. So Shawnee hands back to Woolston. Holdcraft pumped the three into Rich. Kaylee moving without the basketball, and Lone Peak once again claims the lead. 17-15. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first half. Skinner with Rich. Skinner steps inside the arc and hits. Lone Peak's largest lead's been 2 points multiple times. As Ridgeline continues to answer. Shawnee. Hezzy inside. No. Again, there's some of that the contact stuff that we're not seeing called. Officials have been consistent about it. Contact that low under the hoop. They're not calling it. Again, I'd love to see that in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Will it still stand? You'd like to think so. Has the precedent been set? Inbound in to Shawnee Nordstrom.
Watch the push off.
Woolston comes off the screen to Bartholomew. Kenny to the corner. Rich on the drive. Kaylee gets bumped, and there'll be free throws to Kaylee Rich. So they'll foul the Weiss. That's the second team foul on Ridgeline of the quarter. The first on Weiss is Kaylee Rich misses the first. Tonavasa will come on for Bartholomew. And gets the second. 18-17. Lost the handle, got it back. Still waiting, looking for Wallace. That ball tipped away. Picked up by Rich. Over to Woolston. Kennedy on the run. Leaves it for Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee on the drive. Takes a bump and nothing there. So down the floor, shot clock turned off. And Skinner going to hold it up top, get the final shot. Kennedy Woolston waiting on her. 5 seconds. Try to wrap it around Rich, couldn't do it. 2, 1, shot at the horn. And that will do it for the first half of play. Can't get much closer than what we saw in the first half. Low scoring from what we expected. But at the half, it is Lone Peak 18, Ridgeline 17. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Start of the third quarter. Dusty Litzter with you here at Lone Peak High School. Had such a strong first half, low scoring first half. We expect the scoring to pick up here in the third and fourth quarters. Gonna drive the baseline, sent out to Smith. Back in the corner, pump the three, gonna drive, go at Woolston. No, Bartholomew tipped it out, and it was Rich grabbing the rebound. On the run now, Naya Tanuvasa. Naya leaves it back for Bartholomew. Going to reset the offense. We'll try to. And they're going to get, that was a call that was made earlier on Skinner. The arm gets away from the body. And again, they're going to be consistent with it. And there you go. So both times you've had that really extended arm away. They've had the whistle. So number one on Shawnee Nordstrom. There's Livingston. Working around outside to Skinner. Oh, nice job moving out of the basketball, and getting inside and scoring is Livingston. And it's 19-18, Ridgeline reclaiming the lead here early on. Tanuvasa, nice crossover. Naya can't get the junction jumper to go, and the rebound claimed by Macy Brown. Skinner, and we're going to have a defensive foul on Kaylee Rich. Second team foul on Lone Peak. Skinner tried to throw it off of Bartholomew. It did get through to Brown. Skinner. Oh, nice take. Couldn't get it to go. Here comes Woolston. Kennedy fits it through to Naya, who backs it out. Woolston open for three. Oh, Kennedy was online, couldn't get it. Tanuvasa with the board, reverse it. A little tall on the, and out of bounds off of Ridgeline. And Katie Lawrence will come on for Sarah Bartholomew. Woolston open for three, and Kennedy. You're going to get her to miss one like that. She won't miss two, and it's a 2-point lead now for Lone Peak. On the drive, Livingston. A little bit of contact, no call. Rebound to Brown, sends it back out. Livingston pumped the three. Drive the base. Again, contact underneath, and that is a charge. You got to know the new emphasis, and I can't stand, you can get that call on the baseline, but the emphasis this year is if the defensive player is in defensive position before the offensive player's leg comes off the floor, that is going to be a charge. And you got to know what those things you're going to look for. I don't like you can get it anywhere on the floor, especially on the baseline that close to the rim. But until there's a restricted area, you're not going to have a lot of room on it. If you follow our Davis basketball stuff, and I get to call that, I call it a Region 1 special when you get a charge underneath the basketball hoop. Drives me absolutely insane. Tanuvasa on the drive, and they're going to get the foul there to Skinner. It'll put Naya Tanuvasa on the line for 2 free throws. And the chess match we're going to see in the next 13 minutes of game time is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Tanuvasa knocks down the first. Mentioned Naya also on the girls soccer team here at Lone Peak. Hits them both. Athletic family, got cousins that play college football and have played in multiple places. As up the floor we go with Ridgeline. Largest lead of the night for Lone Peak, 4 points. Matches largest lead from either team tonight. There's Skinner out with Rich. Woolston was waiting behind the screen on Wallace. Fitted in there. Ane Wallace at the rim, blocked away by Tanuvasa. Zollinger to the corner. Smith, 5 on the shot clock, and we've got a defensive foul on Tanuvasa. It's going to reset the shot clock. So not only do you get the personal foul, you get a fresh 35 seconds. As the shot clock was down to 5. And traveling violation. Changed your feet on the inbound. And we got a low-scoring game tonight, but I will continue to sing the praises every game at some point. How grateful we are for the shot clock. Years without it, absolutely brutal, to put it nicely. And that's boys and, just basketball in general. Tanuvasa can't get that to Rich. Send out Woolston. Kennedy for 3. Third 3 of the night, and it's now a 7-point lead. And timeout Ridgeline. So timeout Riverhawks. It is 26-19. Full timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak basketball. And welcome back into Knight Fieldhouse. 4:23 on the clock, so we'll get it synced up with our clock here. We'll go inside of 4:20. So Tanuvasa knocked that ball out of bounds. And again, both these teams, the tight defense, largest lead from either team tonight. And now it's 7 points for Lone Peak. And they've done a nice job keeping a lid on Skinner. She has not had a run tonight, been expecting it. Katie Rich and company have done a nice job. As Livingston comes off the screen of Wallace. Livingston sends it over. Okay, here all the yelling was for as they go into Wallace. And I mean, that's what it was mouse in the house. Is Ane Wallace with their first points tonight. And it's 26-21. But it had to have been what they were yelling about. It's Shawnee Nordstrom on Ane Wallace. Oh, what a move. Oh, Nordstrom, the White Channel basketball fails her. And it's going to stay 26-21. 3 from the corner. In and out. Wallace had the rebound. Saves it. Second chance. No. Rebound to Lawrence. Shawnee Nordstrom. Sends it over to Kendi Wilson. Hands off to Tanuvasa. Tanuvasa in the lane. Left it short. Does not have the umph on it, they expect. She wants that shot back. Kaylee Rich comes off the floor. And it's Skinner walking up the front court. On a Wallace up top, Skinner off the screen. Oh, looks to Wallace, and it's taken away by Woolston. Really thought Skinner had pulled the trigger on that. Doesn't draw the foul there. Here comes the extra pass to Nordstrom. Shawnee short. And Woolston gets the bucket. And the lead back to 7. Well, not the normal offensive night we expect from Shawnee Nordstrom. But they're getting things done as that ball was off of Lone Peak. Holdcraft couldn't get her hand on that. And Lave couldn't keep it in play. So Ane Wallace will come off the floor. Is coming on now is Brittany Weiss. And we got a foul on the inbound. That's going to be the 4th team foul. So it'll be free throws the rest of the quarter. That's the last foul to give, as that's number 1 on Holdcraft. Inbound to Brown. Brown got past Holdcraft and lays it in. Cuts it back to 5 points. Wilson drop it in to Bartholomew. Sarah. Series of moves, and Bartholomew with the kiss off the window. Skinner. Oh, beautiful move. Skinner down the lane. And this foul that'll put Emily Skinner at the line to shoot 2. That'd be the 15th foul on Lone Peak. The second personal foul on Tanu Vasa. Having a lot of fouls tonight. This is the first time we're going to be in bonus. As Skinner hits the first. Skinner, rated one of the top players in the country. Next week, both Ridgeline and Lone Peak will be at the Holiday Hoop Fest at Lehigh High School. They're going to take on DeSoto, Texas. And if you've never seen DeSoto, Texas play, I strongly recommend it. Get down. Let's get over to Lehigh High School. And this is the third year in a row that we've got just an all-star group of teams coming in. I thought it would be a steal there from Brown. But Duncanville will be in town with the boys, amongst other teams, and send it back out. Rich. Wilson hands off to Nordstrom. 14 on the shot clock. Nordstrom back rims to 3 and rebound to Skinner. Send out for 3. Brown, no. And a rebound to Livingston, and Wilson tied up. Jump ball belongs to Lone Peak. There's Shawnee. Tanavasa. Out to Rich. 12 on the shot clock. Shawnee to Kennedy. Kennedy on the drive, and they're going to have a little bodied her up on the drive. Second personal foul on Macy Brown. 13 foul. Don't have much concern here. 52 seconds left. Shawnee lobs it into Bartholomew. And nice job as Smith comes from behind to get the steal. Ahead. 1-2. Livingston. Oh, can't get the layup. Loose ball in the hands of Skinner. Oh, golden opportunity by the wayside. Skinner tracks that down. Nordstrom right there with her. Second difference between game clock and shot clock. Down to 20 seconds on the shot. Tanu Vasa with the steal. Naya Tanu Vasa lays it up and in. Timeout on the floor. Both players going for the basketball. Tanu Vasa comes away with it. Some contact there.
Checking in for Ridgeline, number 4, Sydney Zollinger.
I think that's Livingston that's down.
She went through her to get the ball.
And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. So Livingston came off the floor, and I don't know, we'll see her back on the floor tonight. So 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. As Skinner comes off the screen of Brown. Skinner sends back out. Brown inside. It's Smith chased off the junction, still looking for someone. Brown at the horn. That crawls off. We go to the fourth quarter. And it's Lone Peak 32, Ridgeline 25. We got a good one on our hands. We go to the fourth and final quarter, and we come back. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on KSLSports.com. Start of the fourth quarter. Rewind Sports Network presented by Heidemann and Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. Get a free consultation from Justin Heidemann and Associates, a flat rate law firm. Heidemann and Associates. So Ridgeline, turn that one over. Here comes Nordstrom. Shawnee leads it for Tanu Vasa. Tanu Vasa hands back to Kaylee Rich. Naya. Difference in that third quarter was a couple of threes from Kennedy Woolston. Can they get Kennedy loose? Kennedy out there with Zollinger. Tanu Vasa at the junction. 15 on the shot clock. And Skinner teed it up for her, and Skinner able to put it out of bounds. 12 seconds on the shot clock for Lone Peak. Ball gets away. Wilson saves it, and timeout granted. 30-second timeout. Gives us a chance to talk about our schedule coming up. First of all, we got 6 games going on at the moment. But next week, we're loaded up once again as we're getting to tournament time here in the state of Utah, or in-season tournaments. We'll have the Holiday Hoop Fest at Lehigh High School. But on Tuesday night, we have East here at Lone Peak. So we're back here on Tuesday night. East here at Lone Peak taking on the girls. We have Alta at Corner Canyon. That is a game that Dane Stewart and I got the early information on. Utah Top 50. We were interviewing Jackson Johnson and said, hey, what are we going to get, Alta and Corner Canyon? He goes, can I tell you, we're playing on December 5th. That was 2 months ago, and I felt like it was so long away, and here it is on Tuesday night. Going to be a good one. Dane Stewart and I will have the call from Corner Canyon. 7 on the shot clock into Bartholomew. Out to Woolston. Kennedy going to float it up. No. Rebound loose and picked up by Ridgeline. Now, one of the funny things, we have fans mad about contacts, people hit the floor. We're complaining at the time, but we'll sit at the floor. I don't think it was a foul, but we've had the same complaints around me. There's Brown on the drive as Rich goes to the deck, and that goes off of Rich out of bounds. Going to inbound to the backcourt. Dangerous pass. They're able to get to Hallie Smith. Fitted inside to Skinner. Beautiful pass. And it's a 5-point game, 32-27. And here's Tanuvasa. Tanuvasa on the drive. Floated up off the window. No. And again, being consistent. No calls around the rim on contact. Here comes Skinner. And there it is. And Skinner gets the call that everyone's wanted all night. As soon as I pointed out that there was no call on contact at the rim, here it was. The exact play. And I shared it in the first quarter. Is if you're going to set a precedent in the first quarter, we'd like to see what happens in the fourth quarter. And we're about 1 for 4. So Skinner, the chance to make it a 2-point game. And she got it. Ridgeline, full court pressure. Tanuvasa. It's good to have a point forward. There comes Woolston. Hands off Tanuvasa. Naya for 3 short. Lawrence was there for the rebound. Lawrence there, her first points tonight, 4-point game. Skinner, this is a chance for her to take this over. For Ridgeline, gets free, shot long, and it's Nordstrom fighting for the rebound. That's jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it with Lone Peak. Tanuvasa will get a breather as Taylor Rich comes back on. So it's Rich, Woolston, Nordstrom, Holdcraft, and Lawrence on the floor for Coach Nancy Warner. Brown, Skinner, Smith, Zollinger, and Jenks. Tried the baseline, got around Brown. Tough pass from the baseline. Rich ties it up. It is Ridgeline basketball. So the ball go to Ridgeline. Alternate possession will switch. Oh, Livingston's back. So Livingston back on the floor. And there's a try by Skinner. And it's a 2-point game once again, 34-32. Inside of 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lone Peak has not lost in a long, long time. Back-to-back undefeated seasons. Shawnee Nordstrom right down the lane. And it's been a tough night offensively for Shawnee. But down the closing stretches, this is a two-time state champion. She's outstanding. Was our all-around player of the year on Rewind a year ago. Skinner, beautiful take. Oh, she left it short. And timeout taken by Coach Nancy Warner. 4 minutes and 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak basketball. Coming out of the full timeout, it'll be Lone Peak basketball. 31 seconds on the shot clock. 4:30 left in the ball game. So Smith with Nordstrom. Shawnee over to Katie Lawrence. Lawrence will lob it in to Bartholomew. Sarah, fake one side, come back and get the bucket. And the lead back to 6. Then led by as much as 7. Skinner come back the other way. Oh, beautiful pass. Macy Brown and 1. Beautiful finish by Macy Brown through the contact. And it'll be Brown going the line, looking to make it a 5-point game.
Checking in for Lone Peak, number 34, Kennedy Wilson, Katie Lawrence.
So Katie Lawrence will come off the floor as Kennedy Wilson comes back on. As Brown will go back or go to the line. Macy Brown. Oh, back rims, the free throw. Bartholomew tipped it out instead of just grabbing the board. Back in the hands of Brown. Can Ridgeline make it hurt? They can make it a 1-point game with the 3, make it a 2-point game with the bucket. Livingston, who just came back on straight away for 3. Oh, inside, in and out on a Wallace. And she turns it over. Fortunate for no traveling and nobody home on the pass. Just the way it goes sometimes. Inside of 3.5 left. Outside of Rich. Oh, nice job at jumping it. Livingston with the steal. And Livingston will make it a 2-point game. Wilson hands off to Shawnee Nordstrom. Come off the screen to Bartholomew. Nordstrom step back to 3. Lips out. Loose ball. That's off Bartholomew. Ridgeline now a chance to tie or take the lead. And it's been over 2 seasons since Lone Peak has lost a game. Their closest game in the last 2 years was the state championship game against Sky Ridge. Timeout taken by Ridgeline. 2:51 left in this one. Full timeout, and we'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak basketball. 2 on the shot clock. Skinner. And it's a lead for Ridgeline. They called it a 3, 39-38. They'll get it fixed, 39-38. We'll have our scoreboard back up here in a second. Falling away, Nordstrom, no rebound to Livingston. Fans get really worked up about the clock. They get it all fixed. Nobody missed it. One of my favorite things in a building is when anyone thinks that a scoreboard controls the game. The officials control the game. The official book controls the game. Skinner. Ella crawls off the rebound in the hands of Woolston. Ken, we'll have our scoreboard up here momentarily. 39-38, Ridgeline leads Lone Peak. It's been over 2 years since Lone Peak has lost a game. They have not lost in the state of Utah, and that longer than that. Woolston on the drive. Woolston left it short. Bartholomew with the rebound. He'll have a foul.
That's a loose ball!
So the hard part of that play is when she's on the floor, she is still a defender, and that's why it's a foul. It's a frustrating thing, but when you hit the deck you're not part of the floor. You're still a defender. And that is the foul. So 39-38. Send out to Nordstrom. Shawnee, slip it in to Bartholomew. Reverses. Left is strong. Rebound to Rich. She lost the handle. Picked up by Skinner. Chance to go up 3, potentially 4 with the triple. Lone Peak on the ropes. $18 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. And again, we're thinking for the shot clock because we're not sitting here fouling, sending people to the line. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Skinner off the screen. Skinner at Bartholomew to the corner. Hallie Smith, 4-3. Timeout, Nancy Warner. 34.8 seconds left. Hallie Smith been quiet offensively. She's loud now. 42-38. Ridgeline with the lead. With a 30-second timeout. We knew this game would be good. I mentioned before we had all the games to choose from. I thought, I want this one. And it has lived up to what we thought it could be. Again, both these teams will be playing national schedule next week at the Holiday Hoop Fest. To reset this game for you, both teams have one timeout left. 34.8 seconds left in this game. Team fouls are a big thing. Lone Peak has only 2 team fouls. Ridgeline has 1. But both teams only have one timeout left. Possession arrow belongs to Lone Peak as well. Don't have to pull the 3. Nordstrom, step back, trying to get loose. Does pull on 3. Left it short. Ridgeline with the board. Skinner, give it up. Livingston, and it's a sealer. Woolston on the drive. And a call with a 6-point game. You each got one. So you gotta just, so be it. She gave up the 3 to go for 2. But again, Lone Peak has not lost in over 2 years. And Woolston misses the front end. The last loss for Lone Peak was on February 26th, 2020. And the free throw good. And Ridgeline can just dribble this thing out. Lone Peak doesn't have enough. They had not fouled enough. That is only the 3rd team foul. And with the clock at 8 seconds, not much they're going to be able to do. The stress of a parent is real. Timeout on the floor. 6.5 seconds left. We'll be right back. 6.5 seconds left. 5-point game. Now, parents get really into it. It's like, hey, 6.5 seconds left. There's not enough time for anything to happen here. Even if Lone Peak were to score it, the clock doesn't stop. They'd have to call the timeout. And Lone Peak has to give away a foul. That's their last one to give. But they got to steal. They got to go for a steal. And if not, clock's just still going to take off. We're going to have about 4-point-something seconds left with a foul. And there's a foul. So 5.7. So 2 free throws going to the other end. And remember, the most interesting thing about high school basketball and timeouts is at the highest level of basketball, you can call a timeout in advance to basketball. But in the lowest level of basketball, that timeout means nothing. They just escorted a parent out of the gym with 5.7 seconds left. And these are dagger free throws. Get one more. And Tanavasa bringing up the floor. And Tanavasa hits the three. But for the first time in our coverage of Lone Peak girls basketball, Lone Peak is on the other side of the scoreboard. The Ridgeline Riverhawks come into Lone Peak in the Knight Fieldhouse and get a 46-42 win over the back-to-back 6A champion Lone Peak Knights. An unreal game, a terrific ball game we thought it would be. Skinner was as advertised. Livingston, I mean, she takes the bump from Tanavasa at the end of the third quarter. We don't think she's going to come back. She does. And you look at Lone Peak, this is a team still learning themselves. You graduate Ika and Kaylee Woolston, who are mainstays in this program, still figuring things out. But for Ridgeline, this is something they build on. And look, it's a long season. So we'll see where both these teams go. No doubt they'll be battling in their classifications for state championships. So our players of the game for Ridgeline, we're going to go Skinner. I could also go Brown. And there's a bunch of girls that played big down the stretch. We'll go Skinner. Actually, we'll go Skinner, and also we're going to go with Hallie Smith. Hallie Smith hit the dagger three, up one. Hit the three to put Ridgeline up 4. And for Lone Peak, we're going to go Naya Tanavasa. Tanavasa was everywhere on the floor tonight. Really just showed the range of her game and how much it's grown since the offseason. But again, our final score, Ridgeline 46, Lone Peak 42. First loss since February 26th, 2020. Congratulations to Ridgeline on the win. And we will have Lone Peak basketball back here on Tuesday against East. For Gavin Atkinson, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.